What exactly does the Bible mean when it says, get the fullness, receive life in abundance? Will you say yes to Jesus? Yes, Lord. I'm waiting for you.
Just when you least expect it, emergencies can arise. If you find someone who has collapsed, they may be going through a cardiac arrest. You need to act fast. Steps to CPR. Check the scene to see if there are any dangers that may harm you or the victim. Check for responsiveness. Tap and call the person and check if they're breathing by looking at the chest for chest rise and listening for breath sounds. Call for help and ask someone to call 112, the National Ambulance Service. Check for pulse. If there's no pulse, perform chest compressions.
Press hard and fast on the center of the chest. Place the heel of your dominant hand directly at the center of the chest and interlock the fingers of your other hand. Keep your arms straight. Lean over the victim using your body to compress the chest. Push down hard. You need to compress the chest at least 2 inches and push 2 times every second or 120 times per minute. Allow the chest to recoil completely with each compression. Mouth-to-mouth resuscitation is not needed for adults or teens and could be harmful.
Now that you know how to perform basic CPR, let's watch this process again in some other situations.
We are now going to look at the features of a noun phrase, so that when you see or you meet a noun phrase elsewhere, you can easily identify it as such. Do you get that? Anybody? Yeah,
Steps to CPR. Check the scene. Check for responsiveness. Call for help. Check for pulse. If there's no pulse, perform chest compressions.
9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 29.
Steps of performing CPR. Check if the scene is safe. Check for responsiveness. Check for a pulse. Call for help and ask someone to call 112. If no pulse, perform chest compression.
When a child or baby is unresponsive or not breathing normally, you will need to approach CPR a bit differently. In addition to the steps performed earlier, you will also need to perform rescue breaths. However, rescue breaths are only recommended for mothers or close relatives due to the risk of infection. Either way, be sure to call emergency services.
Start with chest compressions. Make sure the child is on their back on a firm surface. For rescue breaths, make sure their airway is open by putting one hand on their forehead and gently tipping their head back using 2 fingers placed under their chin. Give them 2 breaths. Here's what to do to give a rescue breath. Pinch their nose firmly closed and seal your lips around their mouth. Blow gently and steadily into the mouth for 1 second, watching for their chest to rise. Keep their head tilted and their chin lifted. Take your mouth away and watch for their chest to fall as the air comes out. If their chest rises and falls, you would have successfully given a single rescue breath. Repeat this 1 more time. If their chest does not rise, try and adjust the position of the head and try again.
You now need to give them 30 chest compressions. To do so, place the heel of one hand at the center of the chest, generally at the level of the nipples. For larger children, you may need to use both hands with your fingers interlocked. Try to keep your hands away from the rib cage, so you won't be pressing down on the ribs. For babies, it is advised to use 2 fingers for the compression. You need to push firmly in the middle of the chest, about 1/3 of its depth. Release the pressure without removing your fingers from the chest. Now allow the chest to come up fully before giving the next compression. This is 1 compression. Compress their chest 30 times at a rate about twice per second. Now, give 2 more rescue breaths. Carry on 30 chest compressions and 2 rescue breaths until emergency help arrives or until the person becomes conscious. If you have 2-person rescues, you can switch to 15 chest compressions and 2 rescue breaths. If they begin to cough or begin to breathe normally, you can stop the CPR and place them in recovery position while keeping a close eye on them. Anyone can do CPR, even you. Learn with Elijeko.